Am I the a-hole for kicking my pregnant sister out of my house? I, 28F, have always had a rocky relationship with my younger sister, Georgiana, 22F. Despite our differences, when she announced she was pregnant and needed a place to stay, I couldn't turn her away. Georgiana had recently split from her boyfriend and was struggling to make ends meet. I live in a spacious apartment with my husband, Sebastian, 32M, and we agreed to let her stay with us until she got back on her feet. From the moment she arrived, Georgiana was a nightmare to live with. She complained incessantly, criticizing the food I cooked, whining that the apartment was either too cold or too hot, and constantly moaning about the speed of our Wi-Fi. She refused to lift a finger around the house, claiming her pregnancy as an excuse. Dirty dishes piled up, food was left out to attract pests, and she never cleaned up after herself. But that wasn't the worst of it. Georgiana started borrowing money from me without asking, racking up charges on my credit card for online shopping sprees. She invaded our privacy by barging into our bedroom without knocking, often at the most inconvenient times. She monopolized the TV, blasting her favorite shows at all hours of the night, and used my personal belongings without permission, including my makeup and clothes. The final straw came when I caught her smoking in the bathroom. I was furious. She's pregnant, for God's sake, and we had explicitly told her no smoking in the house. When I confronted her, she exploded, accusing me of trying to control her life, and stormed off. A few days later, while Sebastian and I were out, Georgiana invited a bunch of her friends over and threw a wild party. Our apartment was trashed, empty bottles and food containers everywhere, one of our wedding china plates broken, and alcohol stains all over the furniture. I was livid. I told her she had to leave. She burst into tears, claiming she had nowhere else to go and calling me heartless for kicking out a pregnant woman. Our parents, who live in a different state and whom Georgiana claimed she couldn't move in with because it was too far, got involved. They sided with Georgiana, saying I should be more understanding and that families should stick together. They completely ignored the fact that I had bent over backward to accommodate her until her behavior became unbearable. I tried telling my parents about the smoking and the alcohol at the party, emphasizing how dangerous it was for her unborn child. They flat out refused to believe me, accusing me of lying and saying I would stoop so low to paint my sister in a bad light. They said I was not only a ruthless bitch but also a liar, claiming Georgiana would never do anything to harm her unborn child. But I had caught her doing these things so many times, and their refusal to see the truth left me feeling helpless and betrayed. Georgiana eventually moved in with our parents, but not without causing more drama. They painted me as the villain, calling me selfish and heartless. They guilt-tripped me constantly, saying I was putting my own comfort above my sister and her unborn child. Even our mutual friends were calling me ruthless and evil, questioning how I could be so cold-hearted. Our relatives joined in, calling me a bitch and asking how I could possibly kick out my own pregnant sister. The whispers and side glances at family gatherings were unbearable. It felt like the entire family had turned against me, and I was the monster in their eyes. Sebastian supports my decision, but the whole situation has put a huge strain on our relationship. We're constantly fighting about the stress Georgiana has caused, and I feel like I'm drowning in guilt and frustration. I've been treated like absolute crap for standing up for myself and my home. As the weeks passed, the accusations and guilt-tripping from my family intensified, making me question if I did the right thing.